Hey, everybody. We're going to be talking about the levels of organization. We talked about it a little bit earlier this week, and we're going to break it down into some more better details. If you look at the picture on the right, you see how it all starts with atoms. Then those atoms come together to form a molecule. Those molecules, macromolecules, come together to form the cell. And then multiple cells form together to form tissue. Those come together to form an organ. Then the organ system, like the skeletal system or the muscular system, all of those systems come together and form an organism. And then that organism comes with other organisms to form a population of the same species. Then we have the community, which is all the living organisms together, the ecosystem, and the biosphere. So we're going to talk a little bit more about those. So the biosphere is the thin layer of life around the Earth, the surface of the Earth. It includes all life above and below the surface, where all living and non-living things exist together to survive in different biomes. So you have a picture of the biosphere here. It includes the hydrosphere, which is water, atmosphere, which is the air, cryosphere, which is ice, and the biosphere, life, and lithosphere is the land. All of those work together to form Earth. The biosphere is the broadest or largest level of organization. Then we have the biome. That's a community of plants and animals that have common characteristics so that they can survive in the environment that they live in. They can be found over a range of continents. Biomes are all over the world, like deserts, grasslands, bushlands where you have small shrubs, the tundra, tropical rainforest, and coniferous forest. Those are just some biomes that we know about, that we talk about, but there's several of them. They're a distinct biological community that have formed in a response to a shared physical climate. So the desert has a specific climate as well as the tropical rainforest. But certain plants and animals can only live in those specific biomes. Those factors are affected by the temperature, the rainfall, and the soil pH. So the next level of organization is an ecosystem. This includes all the diversity of living organisms in a certain area, along with their physical, non-living environment. Ecosystem has the living and the non-living components. Some of those environmental factors, the living parts, are biotic. They're called biotic factors. Those are the organisms like the animals, the plants, the fungi, and all the microorganisms, anything that's living. But then it also includes the abiotic factors, which is non-living parts of the ecosystem, like temperature, sunlight, humidity, water supply, soil type, the nutrients. Remember those macromolecules, those molecules, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. That's what this means, chumps. That's from biology. We also have a community. Community is relationships between groups of interacting populations, so different species, but living in the same area and working together and living together and interacting together. That's a community. Then we have populations. Populations of the same species. That's a group of individuals of the same species that live in the same place, like this population of kangaroos. We have a population of humans in all over the world. They're able to reproduce fertile offspring, and they share common genes, so they resemble each other. The last, smallest, most narrow level of organization is the organism. And that's one single living individual or being, like you or me. It can be a plant, an animal, a fungi, or protists or bacteria, the microorganisms. But it's one individual out of that species. So those are the levels of organization from the broadest biosphere down to the smallest organism. Now you can complete your activity.